Everything worthwhile in life has a price: discipline, time, sacrifice, or focus. The question is, are you willing to pay for it, or are you using excuses to kind of stay where you are? Hi, I'm Dr. Jo Messenger. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, let's cover how clarity, commitment, and nerve system stability determine whether you achieve your goals or remain stuck. There's a price for everything. Obviously, not just the things you buy in a store. Everything in life has a price. Success has a price, health has a price, peace of mind has a price, great relationships have a price, and even your self-mastery has a price. Are you willing to pay the price for what you say that you want? Because every meaningful outcome requires a trade. You give something up in order to gain something else. You give something up in order to gain something that you want more. So, what do you need to give up? If an alcoholic wants a stable, loving relationship, the price is obvious. They need to give up drinking, not just reduce it slightly, not manage it occasionally. They need to give it up because addiction and trust cannot occupy the same space. They're mutually exclusive. If you want to become a world-class musician, the price is years of practice. While other kids are playing games or going out, the musician is practicing scales. A child prodigy who becomes a world-class maestro pays the price of forfeiting an ordinary childhood. That's the trade. And if you want peak physical health, the price is forfeiting junk food, consistently training, prioritizing sleep, managing stress, mastering your thoughts, and mastering your emotions. If you want financial independence, the price might be creating an income, disciplined spending, delaying gratification, investing wisely, learning about gold, stocks, bonds, and property, or set your child up to be a world champion golfer or a movie star. Everything meaningful has a cost. The problem is many people want outcomes without paying the price. They want relationship without emotional maturity. They want the career without the training. They want the YouTube channel without sitting in front of the camera and making a video. They want health without discipline. Or they want peace without doing any inner work. But life doesn't work that way. The universe doesn't negotiate. The price is the price. So choose your focus wisely. I know a woman who was so determined to have a prosperous lifestyle without paying any price. She resorted to doing black magic on her husband and entire family and friendship circle. She played the long game over decades. She baby-trapped a doctor, actively encouraged him to drink, to smoke, and to have promiscuous relationships, so he was continuously distracted from what she was doing behind the scenes. And if any sober person who could see how evil and malicious she was, she would actively and systematically smear campaign to destroy their entire life. Money and clout chasing were so important to her that she sold her soul. She worked relentlessly to destroy the reputations, careers, relationships, and even resorted to ending anyone younger, smarter, or more beautiful than what she perceived herself to be. She was so invested in maintaining her rich lady lifestyle that she enrolled her naive husband into doing relentless schmecks and incubus magic on anyone she saw as competition, and manipulated him into doing the dirty work of her smear campaign to cloak and hide what she was doing. She would load the gun and he would foolishly fire the bullets, effectively losing his soul as well. He even tries to energetically force himself into the sacral chakras of women to try and bind them to him. He even tries to energetically force himself into the sacral chakras of the women he even rejected, and the women who can see the truth of what's going on, to keep them under his control and to siphon their schmexual creative energy. Let me just write this down for you to read, because the algorithm can get a bit testy. Okay, so he is now every night a spiritual, forcing himself into the sacral chakras of particular women to try and cipher their energy and keep them under control. And she is now a spiritual every night, intentionally trying to end anyone she sees as competition, or anyone who can see what she's been doing all of these decades. And if they don't get what they want from their targets, they go for the children of their targets. Meanwhile, their lives are a public disaster, all because they refuse to pay the price of earning and maintaining their positions honourably. Their lives are now a public disaster, all because they keep blaming and framing their victims. What's that about? Refusing to take accountability and refusing to stop. If this couple and the people they enrolled to help them had put their time and energy into developing and promoting their own projects, instead of forcing themselves upon or tearing down and spiritually annating, instead of trying to wipe out the people they feel threatened by and are in secret competition with, they would not be in the diabolical soul-selling mess that they're now in. To this day, they refuse to stop and are guaranteeing the ditch that they think they are digging for their victims is truly their own. For as long as they keep digging, it will get deeper and exponentially deeper and progressively more public. Everything they've built off the back of someone else's energy is now being publicly stripped away from them. And even now, they are more interested in trying to frame the person they stole from instead of taking accountability. And instead of repairing the damage that they have caused to themselves and to everyone around them. Apparently they missed Sunday school. It's a bit like the Epsteins of the world blaming the high school girls. Blaming the high school girls they targeted. Apparently, you can't fix stupid. And another truth people struggle with is you can't do everything. There are infinite problems in the world, but you only have a finite time and energy. That's probably an arguable statement, but just for the moment, go with me. For example, I don't have the time, space, or expertise to resolve corruption in the CIA. That is not my lane. But I do have decades of experience in healing wounds, healing traumas, healing heartbreak and betrayal, helping people to restore their physical health, to restore their emotional balance and their mental clarity. And that's my lane. That's where my time and expertise belongs. Where does yours belong? Because when you focus your energy in the right place, your impact can multiply. Compared to when you scatter it everywhere, your progress and your projects stall. So where does your time and your expertise belong? Some people struggle to pay the price. Many people know what they should do but struggle to follow through. And often the missing piece is their nerve system. When your nerve system is exhausted, overstimulated, or stuck in survival mode, your brain seeks comfort instead of growth. And that's when discipline collapses, habits slip, and excuses multiply. It's also calm your nerve system, and you must restore your energy. Because when your nerve system is regulated, your focus improves, your will. Bingo, the price you need to pay becomes more achievable. Ask yourself 2 honest questions. What is the price for what I want? And am I willing to pay it? If the answer is yes, commit. Be honest with yourself. Don't be a pretender. Don't lie to yourself about wanting something that you're unwilling to work for. Everything worthwhile has a price, but the price of discipline is always cheaper than the price of regret. So choose wisely. Focus your energy where you have the power to make a difference, and make sure that you follow through. Make sure that you finish what you started.